Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Prepper Chicks After Dark. It is Tuesday, January the 6th, 2015, and we are here gathered together tonight to play some Conflicted the card game, the survival card game. What is that, you ask? It's a deck of cards, 52 of them, with different scenarios on each one that you can sit around and discuss how you would handle a certain situation or hide a body. So, with us tonight, back for your listening pleasure. JD, are you with us tonight?
Yes, I am. Great to be here.
Somebody's echoing.
It's not me.
Oh, it's good to hear your voice.
How you been, Laurie? It's good to hear from you.
I'm doing great. How have you been? Did you have a good holiday?
Oh, yes. Very good.
Good, good. You were out roaming the country.
Oh, yeah, I was on an adventure. How about you? Did you have a good time?
I did. I really did. It was nice, considering everything that's going on the last few months. But hey, life is good, right?
You sound good.
Good to hear your voice again. And one of my favorite guys in the whole world, Alika, is with us. Done puking, I hear.
Yeah.
Feeling better?
I am. Now I'm just getting ready for the move. My house looks like a grenade went off.
That's okay.
Shit everywhere.
Well, we can deal with shit, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do. So you're coming through Indy and you're going to stop and visit, right?
Yep. Got a bottle of rum with your name on it. We're going to share it.
Well, at least somebody gets me alcohol, right, JD?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I should be keeping on track for next week to pick up everything and start rolling. Probably won't be back on this Happy Fun Time adventure until probably 2-3 weeks from now until I get settled and whatnot.
We will save a space for you. And I look forward to it. I better start saving my bail money now, huh?
Yes. And as long as there's a place for the dog.
Oh, we can make that happen. Definitely. Cool. I look forward to it.
Awesome.
And why don't you tell everybody your website?
Oh, yeah. Kind of already getting into the realm already. I'm with shtfready.com, a prepping forum that discusses how to prep and survive. We keep the alphabet soup agency theories out, and we focus on the important stuff. You all heard of the ant and the grasshopper story? We teach you to be the ant.
Awesomeness. And my favorite geek in the whole world.
What's up, people? Hey, guys. Good to have you back. Hi, Lori. Good to hang out tonight.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I missed you guys. Big old virtual hug.
You guys, you just you came for the girls, the naked ones in the chat room.
Yeah, are they? I can't see them. If everyone could just post a picture in the chat room, that would be very helpful for me.
Good Lord, we'll never get off here tonight.
Just keep posting them, and I'll keep looking at them. Oh, I probably should say you can find me at geekprepper.org, the ultimate prepping site in the entire universe.
We don't care where we can find you.
Or just come for my ranting and ravings. I can be found everywhere. So,
well, I hate to break all your hearts here, but the girls came for Mr. What did they call you earlier? Voice Candy? Mr.
Voice Candy. Oh, yeah. God.
I can just... Oh, here we go. Look in the chat room. Yeah, right?
That's right, ladies.
Mr. Deep Throat. Did you say they called me Deep Throat?
There was
my
that
goodness.
One too.
Oh, my goodness. Ladies, please. Ladies.
Sounds appealing to the men, too.
I think you're the stock voice for those little recorder things that you press up to your neck.
movie trailers. One man, a mission.
Mr. Funky's got a following going on here, and rightly so. I mean, come on. I'd stay up all night listening to you.
My girlfriend just told me in my text book that she could listen to me read the dictionary, and that's so sweet.
It's true, though.
I love her so much.
And you know you just broke half their hearts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am taken. I found the woman of my dreams when I moved here.
That's cool, though. Much deserved.
It's been a long time coming. So yes, I'm a happy camper.
Yeah. So are they right now in the chat room. Yeah, Geek is his own roadie.
That's right.
Oops.
I need more me. Woot woot.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, no shit. You children ready to play some Conflicted?
Yes.
Word to your mother.
Let's do it.
We lost Jared somewhere. I don't know. I didn't hear from him all day.
Did I just hear someone say "word to your mother"?
Yeah, who was that? Who said that?
Who said that?
Who would ever say that?
All right. We have
One man on a mission to go back to the 90s.
hey, leave the 90s
Movie
alone.
Trailer boys.
All right, here you go. You ready?
Sure.
Some crime.
Do we all get a card, or is it going to be you all night again?
But it's always honey about me. Don't you know that by now?
Yes, dear.
Okay, that's better. No, I'll let you guys play too. So here's your first card, and you guys can take a pick after that. So, some crimes require the guilty to be killed in order to satisfy the need for justice. What method of execution should be adopted by your survival group after the collapse of modern civilization?
Easy.
Well, Geek laid out there.
Hanging. Hanging is a very traditional method of killing. I mean, you've got paracord and rope. You don't have to waste a bullet. You really don't have to do anything but just kind of string them up and then go back to what you were doing, right? So
Can't we reinvent murder?
we could get creative, but, I'm going to be spending my energy doing other things like farming and garden. So
Look at the naked women.
that's right. Is my wife on here tonight? Hello?
Your ass is grass.
She does.
Gonna miss.
She
We
makes
have-
a point to not listen.
Yeah, no doubt. Sometimes I don't listen either. So we have one hanging. JD, what do you think?
I think it depends. It depends on the crime, Do you want to make an example out of certain people, or do you want to give them all a dignified exit out of this world?
Oh, see, now Geek was just going to hang everybody. You're going to break it down into
Into
qualifications.
categories. Into categories, I think. There is a shock factor, to ending somebody's life a certain way versus another. And who am I to judge, right? But I think if you were to decapitate somebody in front of everybody instead of hanging, I think most people could watch a hanging.
Could you? Would that be something that you think you could do?
If the guy had a hood over his head, maybe. But I don't know. I don't like watching that kind of stuff. That's why I think the shock factor is so big. Because I wouldn't want to see it, but if I was forced to see it, that would really scar me, I think.
Well, I mean, right now, you're on Facebook. We both are. And some of the stuff that goes on there nowadays is kind of like, ugh. But you can't. I mean, once you see it, it's not like you can take it back.
Yeah, just the other day, some guy I'm friends with shared a video of people in the Middle East being decapitated live. Not live on TV, but, just a video of it. The guy alive, kneeling down, looking down, and then the sword coming down and just chopping it off. I wish I hadn't seen it,
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think the bad guys have one? Oh, hey, Salty Dog's in the chat room. Sorry, got distracted. Squirrel.
Squirrel!
Hey,
Squirrel! Okay, back to it. Do you think the bad guys, I'm going to say, ISIS, for example, have one up on us here because we don't see that every day and they live it, breathe it, bleed it? You think it's going to be part of our downfall? Because we don't?
I think I don't know what the situation is over there, but I think maybe those guys, the shock factor for them is probably gone, And I say that for two reasons. One, they've been doing this for a while. They've been in the midst of it. And second, I'm sure we all seen on the internet some of the European jihadists that go over there. They can't take it after a while. They want to go back. And some of these guys die pretty gruesome deaths, to be made examples of. But, So, like, you get a guy from Europe, throw him there. Can't take it. He wants to go home, you know?
Well, I tell you what, the girls in the chat room are all over it. We've got Drawn and Quartered, Chipper Shredder, vibrators.
What a great way to go.
That escalated quickly.
You know how women are. Well, and they do have batteries. And it's kind of funny because you read down through and it says somebody's screen name is Redhead, and it says Redhead and batteries. It's like, okay.
Wonder who that is.
Pictures, people, pictures.
Okay, so I have no idea where the hell I left off. Alika.
Too much rum.
No, shoot.
Oh, quick, easy, and it uses less resources. I'm with Geek. Hang them all. It's just, if there was power available, I would say a kiddie pool and a car battery or some kind of electrical source.
Gotta save it for the solar panels, brother.
Yeah. But I would assume that if we're in this type of situation, that juice is in short supply. So, yep, hang them.
And another hanging. Okay. Well, Mr. Funky, it's all about you.
I don't know. I got a different. Well, I've got a question that I want to add to this. Is it a vendetta killing? I mean, is it like a personalized thing, or is it something that this cat did against the whole group, and you decided that he needed to be killed? Or
it doesn't say. It just says some crimes require the guilty to be killed. So it doesn't really say.
Well, if it's a vendetta killing, like if it's one person that wants one other person dead, I think that if he really wants that person dead, he should have to kill him with his bare hands. Number one, it'll teach everybody that watches it a lesson as to how hard it is to actually kill a human being when you don't have something else to do it with. And number two, it might make a little change in the person that wanted the killing done. If it was something like a mass murderer that was in prison or something, or I don't know, along those lines, then I would think, yeah, I'd go along with everybody else. The most quickest and expedient way to get rid of them without using too many resources at all. So stake them to the ground, and let them burn to death in the sun. Bugs need to eat too, right?
There's some flowers.
Right.
I'm reading through the chat room. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. Interesting bunch in there, that's for sure. Do you think women are more prone to sick and twistedness than guys are?
Wow, that's a good question. Women try to play like the little innocent flower all the time, but as you get some age on you and you get some wisdom under you, you realize that they're just like men in a lot of aspects. They're just
hell no, I'm innocent as all get out.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
Okay,
back in reality, I mean,
stop.
let's all skip back to reality for a second.
Whatever.
From Lori's little Fantasyland thing there. Never mind. I'll just leave it there.
No, I try not to harm people. Unless you fuck with my kids, then it's on.
I believe that all life is sacred. But some people just push it to the limit, man. And there's some people out there that I really don't. I firmly believe in my heart that they're not human. They're not human. They don't have humanity left in them any longer.
It's probably people that are, rightly close to you too, because I've seen some people recently do some things that I never thought I would see happen.
And things are changing, man. People are changing for good and for bad.
Wait till shit hits the fan, and then see what happens when people
when
people don't eat, when they're worried about surviving.
You saw what they did for TVs at Christmas? You just wait till there ain't no food on the shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the faster you flip that switch in your own head, the better you're going to survive. And
In big cities now.
you hate to live like that right now, but it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. Who's got the next card?
Yeah, boy!
Wow.
Boys in the hood.
Who wants to go, man? Come on. Somebody
I
step up.
got it. Hang on.
Go, JD, you got this.
That was it. It's Alika.
It's the
Oh,
other
Zika, sorry.
round.
It was the other guy.
Y'all sound the same.
No.
What?
Oh no! Wait a minute. Alika and JD do not sound
No,
alike.
they don't. They don't. It's just been so long since we've heard their melodious voices.
It's the other brown guy, geek.
Who do I sound like? Do I sound like anybody special?
Oh, stop!
Suck at that.
Stop it! Because you're gonna bust some dreams up tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's go, man.
That's his real voice.
I got it. Hang on.
Uh-oh. We got some feedback.
It's Alika.
It's the other brown guy. It was
Oh, time travel.
Not me.
Somebody's got like a serious delay.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Alika and JD do not sound
No,
alike.
they don't. They don't. It's just been so long since we've heard their melodious voices.
Who is that?
I have no
the brown guy, geek.
Who do I sound like?
Who's echoey?
Do I
Let's
sound
move.
like anybody special?
Oh, stop!
Suck at
Stop
Yeah,
it!
Dennis,
You're gonna bust some dreams up tonight.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
might have to go through and start clipping people until you find out who's got the feedback.
We'll just clip every. Let's try it now.
Got like a serious delay.
Oh no! Wait a minute.
It's still
Uh-oh.
going.
Yeah, it is.
It's Alika.
Hello?
We've heard their melodious voices.
It's Alika.
Alika.
Who's echoey? Do I sound like anybody special?
Wow.
He's not even on the mic either, right? Alika? There you go.
I just clicked him off. Well, that was funny. We are kind of funny.
I enjoyed hearing that more than I enjoy talking.
Sorry, Alika. You're gone. And he had the
Good.
card too, damn it.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? Shizen.
What a cop out.
I'm not sure what happened there. But, oh well, let's go forward. Anybody else have a car?
I got a card.
Play it, Jimmy.
All right. This is from deck 2. This is from deck 3. Sorry. You are bugging out by foot and see a crashed prison bus. The inmates are stuck and trying to get out. The bus is on fire and they are begging for help. Do you use your axe to break the windshield glass and let them out, or do you let the inmates die?
I would open
I'm
the-
guessing from the that
I
this
would-
has already been read.
Oh, I would open the door, let them come out, and have a chat with them all while we stand around and talk about smelling posies and shit.
We had a crazy guy one night, not to mention
No,
any
it was a
names or
woman.
scenes. No, we had a dude one time too. Remember anybody from prison? He was going to just shoot him.
Was it JD?
No. He's like, yeah. It's like they're from prison. You got to kill them because they're going to do bad things. I'm like, what if he's got a DUI and his first night in jail? You got to kill him.
No, if they got an orange jumpsuit on, everybody gets shot.
Yeah. It was bizarre.
So what would you do, geek?
I'm not going to let somebody die. I mean, I don't know what they're in there for. I'm going to set them free. I'm going to make sure that my family's not there. But I can't live with that. Regardless of what they've done, I know who I am, and I'm not gonna let somebody die that way. That's not me.
JD?
I think I would just get the hell out of there.
You would just
I-
leave, let it burn?
If I'm by myself, maybe I would try to crack a window. If I'm by myself, but as soon as that window's cracked,
Crack a window. It's not a dog in the mall.
Wait, if you put more oxygen on the fire, doesn't it make it burn worse?
Hey, you dick.
but seriously,
It's like a
really-
prison break. It's like people living near a prison break, man. If you live within 5 miles of a prison break, you can guarantee that you're not going to get anybody coming into your house because the last thing they're going to do is hang out near the prison. You know what I mean? If you kick that window out and tell them, "Hey, I just saved your asses," they're going to take off running. They just got their life given back to them, man. They're not going to hang out and try to rob you.
Follow you home.
Right? You know, hey, you got a puppy I can bear you. Yeah,
Can I
no,
stay
it
at your
ain't.
house? Crack a window. One of these inmates farted.
I would not want to stick around and see how moral they are.
And some hunts in the chat room. Yeah, they're just going to have their naked butts up on the windows trying to get out. Let's moon them.
They will worship you as a god if you save them.
Well, everybody in the chat room already worships Mr. Funky. So what would you do,
Boy.
Jimmy?
I just told you.
Did you?
Oh boy.
It's been a long day. We shouldn't do this show this late at night. So what did you say?
I said if you kick the window out, they're not going to hang around and
Oh my
try
god.
to play gin rummy or whatever. They're going to be gone. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's nice of you to notice that we were dying over here.
That would be horrible, though. I mean, you'd hear that screaming for quite a
Right.
while.
Absolutely, man. And if you've ever heard anything burned to death or anybody burned to death, I guarantee you wouldn't do that.
The smell alone would be enough.
It stays with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, we're not smoking anything. This is just normal.
Well, speak for yourself.
Okay, I'm not smoking anything. Let me put it that way. Oh, nor smoking.
What?
No, snot did just no snot did just not come out of my nose either. I'm good.
Thought my nose was bleeding, but it's not.
All right, let's move on because I'm like, yeah. All right, next question. Ah,
Who's it? Did
Let me
Jake-
try.
go ahead.
With no immediate law enforcement of any kind, neighborhood after neighborhood was raided by looters. The neighborhoods that survived the longest had checkpoints and barricades to deter invaders. How would you construct a barricade and man a checkpoint in your neighborhood if you needed to?
Well, Mr. Funky, you don't live in this city, so what would you do?
To man a barricade?
Mm.
Or what
Pick
would
a
you-
high point and get somebody up there with a good rifle with a good scope and tell them, stay on a pivot, man. Stay on a pivot.
Okay. Any specific weapon of choice there?
Remington 30-06.
Okay. Can you find that readily available?
Yes.
It's a common
Yes,
hunting.
it's a commandeer rifle.
Yep.
But a 30-06 versus a 308, people are going to say 308. That's what they use in sniper schools, 308. 308's a good round, and it has a lot of impact. It doesn't have a lot of distance at impact.
Well, that was going to be my next question. How far
Right.
away would you prefer them to be?
A 30-06 round will stay supersonic for over a mile. End of story.
Which round? You broke
A
up.
30-06. A 30-06 ballistics will stay supersonic for over a mile.
Nice.
And it hits hard. It's a big round. I mean, it's 308 caliber. It's just got a lot more powder behind it. And it hits hard.
That'll get the job done. You don't want to waste too much ammo, so one at a time.
That's right. One shot, one kill.
Exactly. GD, do you live in a development?
I do.
Do you have a plan,
And,
Stan?
you know, there's only by car there are only three ways out of this place here where I live. So that could be good or bad depending on the
On
situation.
wheels, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that could be good or bad on that situation. I think to block a neighborhood like that, you just have to use some disabled cars. And I think that's the biggest thing that's readily available right there.
Well, let me ask you this, because a couple friends of mine write some books that I like to read, and there's a debate going on. So, do you block your development off and make it look like there's something in there to hide, or do you just leave it and allow them to come in and take them out one by one?
Well, here where I live, I think a display of force would do more, to keep people out.
Would it? Because you're pretty darn close to Mexico down there. If you get a whole bunch of them coming across, how many can you stack up against?
Jim Michael is going to face that problem before I do.
I know. And you think he's going to stop them all? He's
Hopefully
pretty
he will.
resourceful.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of ammo. But, here, it could be tough, I've driven up and down the highway that goes down south and north. They are getting rid of the plant beds in between the highways and putting this massive concrete wall in between. So I think if you block one way, somebody who doesn't know the area, it's going to be very tough for them to get up here. But if they don't know how to navigate, the roads. By foot would be a different story. But going back to the original question, I think if you had a display of force, you'd keep a lot more people away than just being kind of open and seeing who shows up. Because if people don't see resistance, I think they're going to try their luck.
Yeah, but people, if they think about it, in a development, usually they just put the barricades at the entrance or the exit, on either end. There's a development across the road from me, and you know how I am. I'll sit here and I'll think, okay, well, they put the barricade. I have 12,000 other ways I can get in there if I wanted to. There is no way to completely barricade a development without Alika's help.
It depends on the way it's made, but I think you can just get a freaking car and run down one of these fences because they're so crappy anyway. They're vinyl or wood. Any car could run that thing down. So it'd be a tough choice. I think if you got to that point, I'll be out of here.
Yeah, I would agree. Alika, what would you do?
I would use the disabled cars, but at the main entrance point, it would be set up like a military post. It would be a serpentine barriers, probably made up with disabled cars, so nobody could drive directly into the front gate to try and break through, and then have roving guards around. And just space the barriers / cars around the whole perimeter, just enough so cars can't get through. I mean, there's no way you could totally close off the entire area, and then just have, like I said, roving guards going around, making sure you can catch the stragglers, the onesies and twosies that are trying to sneak into the compound or whatever.
Well, one of the girls in the chat room mentioned putting, things like, and I know we've talked about this in the past, like charred bodies or, heads on spikes or, something along that line around the outside. Do you think that would be...
You got some medieval friends, girl.
You have no idea.
Yikes.
Yeah, I would go all out on the psychological warfare to save my compound, the bullets and the possible injury and death. I mean, I think I've said it before. My dad was in Vietnam, and he was right. His camp was right next door to the ROK soldiers, the Korean soldiers that were there fighting against the Vietnamese too. And they would actually take captured prisoners, or the ones they the ones they killed, and they would hang them up in front of their the entrance to their camps. Those guys never got attacked. My dad's camp always got attacked by motors or the sappers trying to come through and take over the base. So the psychological aspect would definitely strike home before even firing the first bullet. It's just if I'm a marauder and I see that a compound is tying bodies up and says don't enter, otherwise you're going to end up like this.
That's not the reason, though. I mean, if you know anything about the culture of the Vietnamese people, that's not the reason that they didn't attack those bases. The reason that they didn't attack those bases is because the Vietnamese culture is very much like the Japanese culture, and they have respect for their dead, and they didn't want their own dead to be torn up by an attack.
Well, yeah,
They wanted to be able to try to get those bodies back and bury them with respect.
That, yeah, but American culture wise, they're gonna think. At least this is my opinion. They're gonna think I don't want to end up like this guy because they're gonna fuck me up, and I just think psychological warfare with displaying the bodies and stuff, and watching crows pick out the eyes and everything. I think it would be more of a deeper impact on somebody, making them think twice before trying to invade my area.
Yeah, get them farther out
Yeah,
before they even get close.
definitely.
The majority of the people that are going to be out there roving around, though, are not going to be in vehicles because there's not going to be a whole lot of fuel and stuff left, right? They're going to be on foot. And if they're dumb enough to walk down a road, they have absolutely no military training whatsoever, no common sense whatsoever either. You don't walk a laden path because that's where you're going to find an ambush or,
Yeah, but the average citizen out there doesn't. I mean, it's
The
just
average citizen's not going to last about 6 weeks, girl.
That's what I say.
They're just not.
a matter of time just for us to wait it out.
Right.
And then it's dog on dog.
They'll thin themselves out.
Yeah.
You know, most of them will be laying in front of the door at Piggly Wiggly thinking they're going to open up and dump a load of food out. You know, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's coming soon. I was trying to catch up on the
We've been
news
saying it
earlier.
for years.
Well, yup. Watching the price of gas. It's starting to go back up a little bit here.
Watch the price of milk. Watch the price of beef. That's where you're really going to find out what's happening. And let me tell you something else. The stock market lost 300 plus points, right? Okay, if that happens 5 days in a row, people, get your money out of the bank because they're getting ready to shut the doors. If they sustain losses like that for 5 consecutive days, go get your money out of the bank.
It's cool. I have no money in the bank.
I was gonna say that'll teach him I ain't got no money.
I mean, you know what I'm talking
invested in
about. You know what I'm
prepper
talking about.
supplies.
So, Geek, you're in the wrong section of the country where you're at. What's your plan?
I am the right guy in the wrong section of the country because
Okay, I'll give you that.
ain't nobody gonna be ready for that. There are 3 entrances into my neighborhood. Also, I've already scouted. I live in a subdivision out almost in the country, but I'm close enough to the capital where it's problematic. So there are some trees where I can funnel traffic and block traffic. There's some key bridges I can move or remove. There's a couple pretty advantageous cell phone towers where I would stick a guy with, radio or flashlight or some kind of signal and let us know people are coming. And if they're on foot, the woods is already mine. There's one other guy in my neighborhood who I have ever run into in the forest. He's a hunter. And I'm back there all the time, shooting videos or taking pictures and just testing stuff out. So I'd probably patrol that. What?
Geek, do you have a map on your wall in your house that lists every house in your subdivision and who's a friend or foe?
No, but on my road, I know. I know friend or foe, and I know who I'm going to arm. I know who I'm not going to arm. I know who I'm just going to immediately take out and who... No, I don't have the map, but I've got a mental map.
I've got a neighbor.
The impression
I-
impression that you get from somebody in the first 5 minutes that you meet them is truly what they are.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Gut instinct, man, definitely. And there's a lot of shitheads in my neighborhood. I'll be straight.
My garage is going to look like the day before D-Day. It's just going to have maps everywhere.
And I do have some barbed wire tucked away back in the forest behind my house, so I'm ready, man. Let's just do this thing.
I like barbed wire.
Constantino wire is better.
C-wire.
Yeah, this was free though, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you get what you get, right?
Yeah.
Barbed wire is going to stop them too. I'm just saying, Constantino wire does more damage and it'll deter them.
It's on my wish list. My Amazon wish list has Constantine wire.
It's hard to come by, boy.
Yeah, you got to buy it
It's
surplus,
really hard to
right?
come by. Yeah.
Did you say it's
You
on
have some.
Amazon wish list?
Well, there's an extension. Any site you're on,
I know
you
that
can add
Jeff
stuff.
Bezos put that wish list right on the NSA's wanted, right? This cat
Oh,
wants Constantino wire, y'all.
That wish list has been on their radar for quite some time. Trust me.
Well, I don't know. If the NSA hasn't figured this all out by now, they suck.
Well, they're on here right now. I saw them in the chat room, didn't I?
I forgot to send them their Christmas presents.
Well, there's an extra 10 people here, so that's probably them.
Those are all the
Yeah.
naked chicks, honey.
No pictures. It didn't happen.
I don't know, girls. You heard them. You heard him. You heard him.
Ain't no such thing as no fancy naked ladies.
Uh.
You big city girls in your panties.
Hey, don't be twisting stuff here. All right.
Sorry.
Oh, that's just wrong. So after the collapse of modern society, the government starts a weapons confiscation plan, apparently as a way to keep the peace. Do you think a disarmed population is more peaceful or more violent? Alika, what do you think?
It's more violent. I mean, London or England as a whole is a perfect example. They're still stabbing and chopping people up and doing all kinds of wacky shit without firearms. So
I had a guy message me earlier this morning, let's just say, and he was surprised that I was in the United States, but he's in England someplace, and he asked me about my fetish for guns, and then he was shocked, and I never heard from him the rest of the day.
yeah, I mean, before guns were even invented, we were killing each other with rocks and sticks. So keeping guns away, yes, it would be an easier way to kill people, but it's not going to completely stop anybody from killing everybody else.
It'd be easier for the bad guys to kill everybody when we don't have guns.
Look at Australia, too.
And isn't England trying to regulate knives now?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
Like, isn't there a certain... so
That
shit gets old.
It's like 2 inches or something. You know, that number that you're familiar with. Oh, smack.
12 what?
Huh? All right. Jimmy, what do you think?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Got wrapped up in that 2 inches, huh? I don't know.
Wrapped up in it.
What?
Got wrapped up in it, yeah, dog.
Should we have a polite
Is a disarmed populace
society?
more violent than an armed populace?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. You know, I got to tell you, a disarmed populace is more fertilizer because that's all it's going to lead to is a government, you know, what do they call it? Democide, I believe, is what it's called.
Like
the
shit
murdering
burrito.
of innocent people by the governments. Yeah, you know. No, I'm for an armed society. If more people had guns, there would be less violence.
Do you think there's a limit, though, on what power a person is permitted to own?
No. You should be able to arm yourself with anything that the military can arm themselves with.
Well, that goes back to should there be checks and balances with the military?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, there should be limits. I don't think there should be any nuclear weapons on the planet. Period. That was a huge fucking mistake.
How would you go if you became ruler of the world? How would you take care of that problem?
They would all be disarmed, you know, they would all be scrapped. You know, Tsar Bomba was a hydrogen weapon that would kill anything within the blast radius and leave all the buildings standing. You know, it wouldn't destroy any, it just killed, you know, it's a hydrogen bomb, it wasn't an atomic bomb. But yeah, all those weapons would be gone, you know. If it's not just a high explosive, and really, you don't need those either, man. I mean, if you politicians want to have a war, then pick up a fucking gun and go have a war yourselves, man. Don't send some innocent kid off to die because you got some political twitch in your ass.
Sadly, that's what we've come to.
Right.
I agree 100%. You know, if those guys, in order to start a war, you had to send your firstborn to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There would be wars.
Boy or girl, I don't give a shit. You know, you're going to suffer the consequences for wanting to go to war, man. You're going to suffer.
Yeah, I've always thought about that, and hit me last year about the fact that, you
And
know,
I'm not talking about no swift boating either.
my daughter could go.
Not going to ride around with the president's kid under armed guard and shit over there with a military uniform on, like Prince William. You know, they put his ass up in a helicopter. He was 700 miles away from anything that was going on, just dropping bombs on shit out there. And they said, yeah, he served a combat tour. Okay, whatever.
Alika, what do you think?
Excuse me.
What was the question?
Oh my God!
Armed populace, violent, more violent than an unarmed populace.
Restrictions on the government and how much power they should be allowed to have.
I thought I went already.
Zero power.
I went already.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh hell, geek!
I'm all for reducing the power of the federal government, or to just. I think states should have the lead. Somebody's graphics is making an awful lot of noise. But no, we should have exactly what the military has. The government should stay the frack out of our way. No, yeah, there should be nothing that they can have that we should not. And I am just not a big fan.
So, local law enforcement, should they have the ability to have one step up than the rest of the people?
No.
Local
Not even
PD,
the elected ones.
Local PD should stay in the police department unless they're called for a call, just like a fireman.
So to clean up the mess? Like they do now?
Basically.
Direct traffic.
You should be able to. I mean, if you can't take care of yourself without dialing 911, then there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with your mentality. You should be able to protect your family and yourself.
But 90% of the populace out there does think that way.
Well, not that's 90% of the populace is a bunch of sheep, man. They want to hit a remote control and have everything done for them.
They do, hugely, sadly.
One thing about having an armed population is that I think over time you have less crime because
they kill each other off.
Exactly. They're done and they're gone, and they're not coming back. But if you don't let the criminals pass on to the afterlife, instead you recycle them over and over, send them to lift weights and make connections and put them out in the world again. That's not a way to solve crime,
Yeah. If you had
Recidivism in the U.S. is 70%.
What's that?
Recidivism in the U.S. is 70%. 70% of the people that are in jail right now, when they get paroled, will be back in jail within 12 months.
Yeah, it's insane. It's a lifestyle.
It's free room and board. What are you kidding me? It's
well,
no
yeah,
better
but you've
than
been in there.
welfare.
When you get in there so long, you become institutionalized or whatever. You can't meld back into society. Some people go out and commit a crime just to go back to jail because they can't fit in.
Well, isn't that the same mentality of these people let's not all of them, because I know disclaimer that there is a need for this in some instances, but isn't it the same mentality with welfare?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You get on it, you can't get off. It's like crack.
Absolutely. Well, it's like going on unemployment too. Like I talk about on some other shows that I'm on. The unemployment in this country right now, if you really think it's 5.8%, wake up, people. It's like 34, 35. 1 in 3 people in this country doesn't have a job that had a job 8 years ago. And when you're unemployed for that long, you are dropped from the system, and you cannot go get a regular job making $25 an hour like you were before you got laid off, right? Because you've been out of the loop for so long. Technology's gone past you. Just your work ethic has dropped. You got a little weight put on, man. Whatever the deal is, you just cannot meld back in. And plus, you're fucking 8 years older, right? You can't, you just can't perform like you could when you were 20.
And we're still talking about unemployment here.
Yes.
And then what are you forced to do?
Well, you either accept a lower wage and a shittier job or whatever, or you go to work for yourself, or there's all kinds of options out there, but most people don't want to do that. They just
make it too easy. We make it too easy, though. Well, we don't.
Absolutely. They're talking about now giving everybody a monthly income, a monthly guaranteed income.
There's some places that do that now.
People who never work for a living have those ideas, but guys, for somebody who's low skilled to get out of the welfare, treadmill, it is so incredibly tough. Because if you think about it, low skilled jobs like cutting hair, baking for somebody else, all that stuff, you can go to jail if you do it without a government license.
you have to go to school longer to learn to cut hair than you do to wear a badge. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you what, if the chick's going to put some scissors on my hair, she better have some skill.
If I had hair, I'd feel the same.
Oh, we love your shiny head there, geek.
Shiny. Shiny as
So
the
the
sun.
government policies, they trap these people in poverty.
But it's control. That's what
can
they
control
want.
them, exactly. You know, they say, "Oh, we got to make sure that they know how to cut your hair for your protection, because once your hair is cut, it's never going to grow back."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just weird.
Geek is a testament to that.
It's never came back. Never will.
That's testosterone,
Yeah.
brother. That's not your hair.
It is the testosterone. I'm a machine.
Let them drop, dude. Let them drop. You can get
Oh,
down there.
They
Come on,
have
man. Come on.
dropped.
You can do it.
I can't even do a courtesy flush. It's so dropped.
Oh, damn.
Sorry. TMI.
So,
Oh my goodness.
I have a question I'd like to ask you guys.
Hey.
All right.
It's from back
Does it have
number
anything to
one.
do with prepping? I'm sorry, man. Go. I'm sorry. I'm shutting up. I'm going to mute for a minute. I'm going to let my dog out. Go ahead.
Is that what you
Slang.
call it?
That's slang. That's what I call it, too. Give me a second. Let the dog out
Here, puppy.
with Bob.
All right, here we go.
Leave my Bob alone, okay? Well, you leave my Bob alone.
Bob alone. Go ahead. Proceed.
So, this is from deck number one. Out of all conspiracies in the world today, name 2 conspiracy theories that you believe in that other people may think are crazy.
Oh, shit.
And I know some of us do not wear tinfoil hats,
That
but
it
the ones that
that
do,
that it's bigger on the inside.
I want to know.
See, geek got that one.
Yep. I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now. This is
Whoop.
looks like a TARDIS, so I am bigger on the inside right now. Wait. I apologize.
I don't know. 2, huh? 2 conspiracy theories. That other okay. Well, Alika, what do you think?
Well, I don't really do the tinfoil hat conspiracy theories. I mention that every time I talk about my website.
Come on over to mine. I'll cover some for you.
What do you consider tinfoil hat?
The
You know,
JFK assassination of
Good one.
Who do you
did-
think killed
Good
him?
one.
I did my senior thesis on that.
Who do you
Banksters.
think killed him?
a goddamn bullet went through his skull. I don't care who killed him. Who gives a shit?
Jackie O did. She gave a shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did.
She gave a big shit.
I would have if I was sitting in the car beside him.
Think about this, man. If JFK would have not been assassinated, this country would be so much different. Dude.
Amen.
Yep. Gold
Because
standard.
He had his hat on straight, man. He
Well, he wouldn't be a Democrat anymore. That's for sure.
Oh no. Or Republican.
Nope.
What?
there wouldn't be a Federal Reserve if he was alive. If he was
What? Please God, no. I hate that. Yeah. They're gonna come get me now.
Mhm.
Screw the Fed Reserve. We can
I'm
print our
sorry.
own money.
See, every time I turn my mic on, I keep talking.
That's okay. The girls like it.
Yeah, ladies.
Okay, so Mr. Funky, what's
dear.
your two foilers?
My what?
Your two foilers.
My tinfoil hat theory.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest one that I believe in is that because I was letting the dog out when you when you read the card, or whoever read the card. So
Yeah.
read. What's the question again? I'm sorry.
JD.
All right. Out of all conspiracies in the world today, name 2 conspiracy theories that you believe in that other people may think are crazy.
Oh shit, that's easy, man. Aliens,
I like aliens. No, not aliens.
aliens, and the inner Earth.
So you think aliens are real?
Absolutely.
Have you seen one?
I don't know.
Oh.
Are you one?
Have you
Hey,
been-
Beep bop boop beep boop.
I don't know.
She is. I knew it.
bite me.
I want to know about the scenario stuff. Tell me.
Inner Earth. You haven't never. I mean, you haven't ever delved into the Inner Earth, man. Come on.
The
No,
underwater caves.
Type it
and
into
stuff?
Google. Type it into Google.
I agree with you on the alien stuff. I think this world is just too big not to have other worlds. Do I believe they're skinny with big eyes? No, I think maybe like us,
What?
you
We
know?
have fat ones too.
Yeah, they have to look like me.
Fluffy. They're fluffy.
See him at Walmart.
Well, what if all the photos that we've seen of them have just been photoshopped and made their eyes that big? I mean, what if they're actually normal size eyes?
And they hang out in the front of the Home Depot.
Maybe they think we're weird because we have tiny eyes, right? Maybe that's the galaxy. Maybe the big eyes are the galaxy normal, and we're the outcasts.
You guys breathe air? What the hell's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
What the hell? You have hair on your bodies, you freaks?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. That is kind of gross, though. So I'm gonna have to go with them on that one because there is nothing worse than a guy with a really hairy back that you could like shave your initials in.
Some women really like it.
No, they're not
Yeah.
women. They're really not women.
Oh no, they do. They go crazy for the
They're-
hairy chest and the
Okay,
hair.
I can deal with a nice hairy chest, but the hair on the back that you can carve your initials in, there's something just inherently wrong about that.
You don't have to carve your initials. You can just enjoy it.
Oh God, what, braid it?
I guess.
You should like a guy with a hairy back.
Thank God.
That's preparedness. The big lumberjack hairy guy is going to live longer.
No.
Therefore, in prepper
No.
world, he's
Okay.
king.
Girls in the chat room, let the boys have it. Do we like hairy backs? I mean, like really gross hairy backs, like Chewbacca
Well,
hairy backs?
Not the black ones, but maybe if they had like lighter hair, like blondish or
No.
sandy.
No.
Yeah. It's a proven fact. I read
There, spring. No, we don't go for back hair, and it's bad if you braid it.
Can you imagine just the body stench off? Ugh.
Dreads on the back is wrong.
What about facial hair?
I love a goatee. I will admit that I'm a sucker for a goatee like no tomorrow.
What about like a huge, big ZZ Top style beard?
Hells yeah, brother.
Some guys can carry it off, some guys can't. It all comes down to attitude, I think. And I'm a sucker for attitude. I'm a sucker for a lot of things, I think.
Whoops.
Have a
Bebop, boop, bebop, boop, beep.
I told
Oh.
you she was an alien.
Heaven forbid when I start dating again.
Oh, you just went out the other night, man.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Is that like 24 hours prior to you posting the thing that said, "Wow, dating in the 2014 is fucked up."
I'm gonna start a whole new site on my yeah, no, I'm not.
Are you using Tinder?
Yeah, I want to see Lori's Tinder profile.
Chaga. It's called Chaga, honey.
Oh, boy.
What? Grinder? What?
Oh, shit. See, why do you,
Chicka wow wow.
hey, you know, the world will be a better place
Shooting
when
guns
I'm
is
done.
foreplay.
I have nothing. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the new Lori.
Holy hell, watch out.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
I just realized
guys-
what she looked like the other day.
Yeah, she posted one on Facebook. It's a really good shot, but you need to smile.
Yeah, her real
and
profile
turn the
picture.
corners of the mouth up just a little bit.
Oh, fuck y'all.
Damn,
Get rid of that.
that
Not that
escalated
iPad.
quickly too, boys. Trying to
Don't
tell
feel-
you look nice and fuck you.
don't
I
feel-
love
I
you
don't
guys.
look nice. Don't-
Just make sure
You-
you got
don't
Dale
you
Money with
condescend
my
me.
name on it.
I have yet to post a profile pic.
Yeah, I saw your one with your hat in the Skype room there. That's
That's just for us.
Oh, I feel special.
Yeah, the NSA doesn't know what you look like, man. Hook it up.
Yes, I snorted. Okay,
they
get over it.
do. Yeah, I'm going live on camera tomorrow for the first time in a long time.
Oh, girlies, did you hear that?
So I figured, fuck, I mean, I ain't got nothing to hide no more, man. They know what I look like. I'm absolutely positive. So
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm starting my new show. Actually, Lance and I are starting Boiler Room Radio up on a different venue. So
Nice.
Very cool.
8 to 10 tomorrow night. I'll drop the link in chat if it's okay with everybody.
Yeah,
Do it,
and
do
get
it,
it, and
do
I'll
it.
put you up on the website or whatever the hell I do when I'm not on here.
We'll put you on that. We'll put you on that internet.
Yeah.
Ooh, get on the interweb, man.
You're gonna be famous.
They're all like, we're not watching. They have this idea of what you look like in their head. They don't want to. They don't want to ruin that.
He's 6'4" and black.
I have a face for radio, no doubt.
We still love you.
You know, I found a video of Jimmy on YouTube. I'm gonna drop that in the chat room.
Oh, see, now that's just wrong. You gotta.
Wait.
You did. Oh no, that's not right.
That is beautiful.
I got to tell you what, though, that guy took his 15 minutes of fame and rolled with it.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
he did.
Because he's doing voiceovers now for CBS and shit. I mean, he went big time.
Have you guys seen the?
That guy's got a hell of a set of pipes on him.
No, this guy gave an interview to a bunch of kids. It was amazing, his life story and how he came up. He always had that in him,
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing great, man. He's never been back, He's starting a new show tomorrow named Barley Room Radio in a different venue. Just kidding.
Oh my goodness. We should do this more often.
Go crazy? Yes.
Oh, honey, we live in crazy. There's no going there.
Yep. Born in it.
So when you